Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. Letting go doesn't mean losing. In fact, it's the greatest gain you can achieve. When we release what no longer serves us, we make room for the new, for what truly matters. Think about how many times you've held on to something so tightly, with so much fear of losing it, that you ended up hurting yourself. Today, I want to make you an invitation. An invitation to let go. To release what no longer adds value to your life. Now, take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment, if you can, and allow yourself to feel the weight of what you're carrying. Are you ready to let go? Believe me, letting go is an act of courage. Courage to trust that life knows exactly what it's doing. To trust that by releasing what binds you, you open space for something much greater, something waiting to enter your life, but can only come in when you release what doesn't serve you. And today, at this moment, I invite you to do just that. To let go. To trust. To flow with the changes, because life is always in motion. And those who resist suffer. But those who surrender, who trust, live more lightly, more fully. Now think about the things you've been holding on to, the situations you've carried for so long that have become part of who you are. It might be a relationship that no longer makes you happy, a job that doesn't satisfy you, or even an old fear that you can't release. We all have something we're holding on to, afraid of losing it, even though we know deep down that it no longer serves us. Letting go is not about giving up everything, but about releasing what prevents us from growing. The truth is that resisting life's changes is like trying to hold sand in your hands. The harder you try, the faster it slips away. And it's the same with situations that no longer serve us. The more we cling to them, the more suffering we create. Life is made of cycles, of beginnings and endings, and learning to let go is accepting that sometimes the end of one phase is the beginning of a new journey. It's not about giving up, but about freeing ourselves. Look around you and think about everything you've been holding on to. Sometimes, what weighs us down is not what's missing, but what we insist on keeping, even when it no longer brings us joy. The fear of letting go comes from the uncertainty of what will come next. But what if what's coming is better than what you've left behind? Letting go is an act of faith in life, a vote of confidence that the future always brings something we need, even if we don't know what it is. Letting go is also about trusting the flow of life. Everything is in constant change and evolution. Seasons change, time passes, and we, as evolving beings, need to learn to flow with these changes. When you cling to what no longer serves you, you block the new from entering. The new job, the new love, the new opportunity. And thus, we continue to shut ourselves off from the infinite possibilities that life can offer us. Therefore, at this moment, I invite you to reflect on what needs to be left behind. Letting go is an ongoing process. It's not about abandoning everything at once, but about gradually releasing what no longer fits into your journey. Life asks us to evolve, to grow, and for that, we need to make space. Let go. Trust. What is truly yours will never be lost. Imagine that your life is like a balloon. The more weight you add to it, the harder it is for it to rise. These weights are the situations, people, and feelings you insist on holding on to, even when they no longer make sense. Letting go of these weights is like cutting the strings that hold you down. With each string you release, your balloon rises a little more, gaining height, freedom, and lightness. This is how life works: the lighter you are, the higher you can go. Another example is a river flowing freely in its natural course. If you try to dam the water, it will eventually overflow. The flow of life is like this river, always moving, always seeking new directions. When we try to control or hold on to things, we are building dams that sooner or later will not be able to contain the force of change. Letting go is allowing the river to flow, trusting that the water will find its way and that, in the end, everything will fit into place as it should. Think also of a tree in autumn. It doesn't resist holding onto its leaves when the wind blows them away. The tree knows that by letting them go, it is preparing for winter, and that in spring, new leaves, stronger and healthier, will grow. Similarly, we need to let go of what no longer serves us so that we can renew ourselves. Letting go allows us to bloom again, with more vitality and purpose, just as the tree renews itself with each season. These analogies show us that letting go is not the end, but the beginning of something new. Just like the balloon, the river, and the tree, life teaches us that true growth comes when we stop resisting what is natural. The beauty of letting go lies in the trust that, by releasing, we are aligning with the flow of existence. And in that flow, we will always find what is best for us, even if, for now, we cannot yet see it. Letting go requires trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the universe, and trust in the process of life. When you let go of something, it's not because you're giving up, but because you know something greater is waiting for you. This trust allows us to move forward without fear, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. It might seem difficult at first, but the more you trust, the lighter your journey becomes. By trusting, you make room for the new. Letting go is not about losing but about gaining opportunities, experiences, and even people who are more aligned with who you are becoming. Letting go of the old is opening the doors to what will bring you happiness and fulfillment. But for that, you need to believe that what's coming is always better than what you left behind. And this belief is what frees you. When you stop resisting and start trusting, you realize that life has its own rhythm, and that everything happens in its own time. Forcing things to stay or happen in a particular way only creates frustration. By letting go, you align with this natural rhythm and begin to flow with life instead of fighting against it. It's in this state of surrender that the right doors open and solutions appear, often in ways you would never have imagined. Trusting and letting go is, above all, an act of self-care. It's recognizing that you deserve to live with more ease, free from the weight of expectations and attachments that suffocate you. When you let go, you give yourself permission to grow, evolve, and live more fully. And, in the end, that's true freedom, living without fear of releasing what no longer makes sense and trusting that the best is yet to come. What will you choose to let go of today? What no longer makes sense to keep in your life? Think of it as an act of self-compassion, a gift you give yourself. Letting go is not a weakness, it is a demonstration of strength. It's the conscious decision that you deserve more, that you are ready for the new and for what life has to offer. And know that, by letting go, you come closer to your true essence, the one that is free from fear and resistance. Every time you let go of something that weighs you down, you take a step towards lightness and inner peace. This is true freedom, being free from carrying what is unnecessary, from clinging to what has already passed. Along your journey, life will bring new challenges and changes, and your ability to let go will be what allows you to navigate these phases with more serenity. It is a continuous process of trusting and releasing, and the reward is a life that is lighter, fuller, and filled with new possibilities. Believe, you have this strength within you. Trust that everything you need is already on its way, and that the universe is always working in your favor. When you release control, things begin to align in ways you could never have imagined. And suddenly, what seemed difficult becomes easier, what seemed distant comes closer. This is the power of letting go, allowing life to surprise you with the best. So, move forward. Let go of what no longer serves you and embrace what life is about to offer you. There is nothing more powerful than trusting the natural flow of things, knowing that everything is exactly as it should be. True freedom lies in accepting the present, trusting the future, and letting go of the past. Life has the best in store for you, and by letting go, you will be ready to receive all the greatness it has to offer. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7.